I think we own it. We own it.
Look at Planet Fitness. There you go. No. The next one. No. The next one.
I lie. We lie. Mi gente. Que lo que was
Yeah.
good. Organic Fanatic family. What up? Welcome back to Saucy Sunday. Smoking Sundays. I mean, whatever you want to your Sundays. For me, it's Sober Sunday.
Yo, somebody got something playing in the background.
Might be me.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, can y'all hear us? Hear me? All right, we ain't got our technical guy here. Salute specialist. We appreciate you. We miss you. Obviously, you see we struggling out here. But salute to you anyway. We know you out there tuning in. Salute to the replay gang, live gang. We back at it. You know what it is. It's season 2, season numero 2, and we're on episode 10, dropping dimes. All right, so back here by the usual suspects. You know what it is. First of all, my sangre brother. You Knicks, talk to him, sir.
You, what's poppin', everybody? Yeah, I mean, that's a full brim salute. We got the full brim salute. You're
feeling that one.
Yeah. You could put that one on the books. What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to the Organic Fanatics, the TOF. Tough, where we do tough things. Salute, welcome home. We had a kick-ass game we about to talk about. Salute to my big bro, Mike Machete. Yeah,
What's going on?
Salute to Two Shots. Salute, Ruel. Salute everybody in the chat. Yeah, I mean, we here. Yeah, right? Full hat brim salute.
Full brim salute. You know, New Knicks always coming up with something. That's just another one in the books. Keep it documented because we do it. We see it grabbing. They trying to pick a little off the tree. You know what I'm saying? But
facts.
The originals.
My bad. We went from Saucy Sundays. You see my background. It's clouds everywhere. We on Smoking Sundays. All right. It might vary. It might be an audible. Today we Smoking Sundays.
Hut. Set 2. Phoenix 1. All right, so everybody sober Sunday, smoking Sunday, chucking. Well, you know, we don't promote, but you know, herbalness here. Back at it, my primo, hermano, machetazo, machete. Talk to him, sir.
What's going on, Ruel? What's going on, New Knicks? 2 Shots pronto. What's going on, New York City Knickerbockers? Yeah, let's talk about this. Somebody looking over my shoulders. Looking over my shoulders. Here he comes. He's coming. Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
Okay. Salute. Appreciate that. Welcome back, my brothers. And last but not least, always, my brother from another mother, same father, praise to the Most High. My brother, 2 Shots pronto. Que lo que mi gente? Dímelo.
What's up? Happy to be here. Happy that we won. Happy to get into it. Salute to the panel. Salute to the chat. Salute to replay gang. Let's get it popping.
And we was talking. We try to get one of our other special guests out there. You guys got to keep an eye on the chat because I don't got it up here. But we had someone that was supposed to join last week.
Hey, pull him out. I don't see no ops.
We had somebody who was supposed to join us. That's another gang member, my boy Jay Blaze, who's a Heat fan. Could it be a coincidence that he's not on here? He says yes. Don't worry. I gotta believe my brother. He's gonna follow the Most High, but you know, sometimes you might be a little sore. So keep in the chat. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be bombing in the chat so we can get him up here. Might be dodging the smoke. You usually in that time.
Hey, relax.
I would too.
He might be getting his hair did.
Okay, well, he getting the hair did?
Might be going for the butler.
You know. Jay Blaze ain't scared of the smoke, man. He ain't scared of the smoke, man. He's coming through.
No, keep an eye on the chat. We did send the invites out. He might pop up here a little bit later. If you see a couple of tracks.
Oh, you went from he's gonna pop up to now he might pop up.
I mean, Hey, listen, I'm always
That's these Heat.
hopeful.
That's these Heat fans for you.
If you know me, I'm positive until I give you a little rope to you, hang yourself. I'm gonna let you. He says he's gonna come out. I'm gonna let my guy ride. We'll see. We'll see if he comes out there. But I would, as you said, I would too. Is that what you said, Michelle? I would too, if avoiding the game. What a game it was Friday. The New York Knickerbockers against the Miami Sweep. It was a big game for us.
Sweet.
Barbecue chicken. It was a big game, a good game. It was a little nerve-wracking in the beginning. I got to admit it too. It was a big game for us, a must-win. But now we're technically tied an in-tournament game, first at home. First of all, anybody like the court? What you thought about that Knick court?
Fire. It looked like this. Fire.
So
it was fire.
You're on mute, Michelle. You're on mute. I can't hear you.
Horrible. I hate that orange color, man. It was bright. I had to keep adjusting the contrast on my TV to get it to fit right. I had to get in advanced filmmaker mode to tone that disgusting orange color. It's like that. You know that orange candy that they sell on Halloween? The orange marshmallow?
Like your background?
Yeah, exactly. Like my background. Except this is my background. This is my background right here, son. Buddy right here.
Okay, so we got one.
I got your background for you.
One positive, one negative. 2 shots. What you thought of the backdrop, the new court for the tournament?
I wasn't a big fan of it, man. The New York logo in the middle that you got back there, that joint was messing with me, bro. Like, it was blurry. Like, when they would run the camera, like, I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Okay. I rock with it, man. I rock with it. So we 2 for 2. We 2 for 2. 2 with it, 2 without, not with it. I'm vibing with the little tournament. I'm feeling it. It's something different. Definitely shows. I mean, could it be better? I'm pretty sure in years to come, go to something extreme and some crazy new design. But for the most part, could have been the blue. But I think
as long as we're winning,
as long as we get a dub, that's all that matters. But I was rocking with the court. I thought the court was dope. I thought it gave a new issue to it. But back to the game on here. Nonetheless, it was an in-tournament game, us versus the Miami Heat. We had to win the game. There was down a few players, Tyler Hero, their starting guard, but ain't no excuses. We never make excuses. Miami's don't want to make excuses either. They had DeLon Wright. Is it DeLon Wright? I think I'm right. DeLon Wright guarding Jalen Brunson. They was pressing us early. I saw their game plan was full court press, which was crazy right off the bat. Full court press, pressing us from the half court. It was a tough game. Mitch got into foul trouble early, and that's kind of what led to their run because we was in it. I think the first and second quarter. We ended the second half with the 3-pointer by Grimes, which
that was huge.
Randall found them out there. Randall, whatever you say about his game, Randall's been finding the big man. He's been finding Grimes. He's been finding all the shooters. He's a high assist player in the entire team. So, any thoughts on the first half with the Heat? Anything that stuck out to you guys the first half, or anything in particular for you guys?
Yeah, Phil.
Well, I mean, I know they was coming in hot with their 2-0 win streak. You know what I mean? And I had no doubt in my mind that Tibbs will figure it out because he is the better coach. You know what I mean? So even though it was definitely a dogfight, you know what I mean? They had a little lead for the first half, but we kept in we kept in there. We definitely hung in there. We kept fighting back, even though they had their runs. But like you said, it all had to do with Mitch getting into foul trouble early. That had a lot to do with it. But I think it was a good half.
Okay. Any thoughts for you that you caught? Anything caught your eye? What that you saw 2 shots or?
For the first half?
Yeah, for the first half.
I mean, I thought we did good on the first half. We kept in pace with them. Grimes, like you said, at the end hit a major 3 to like kind of shift the momentum because it was kind of going towards their side at the end, but that kind of put it back to our side, so that was huge. But yeah, I mean, we kept up with them, so I'm not too bad. I'm not complaining about the first half.
Any thoughts for the first half for you, Machete?
Yeah, I mean, we were getting our ass kicked. You know, I understand why we couldn't get over the hump. Randall kept turning the ball over. I don't know. It wasn't until we took him out and removed him and Mitch Robb that we started winning at that last quarter. Our bench came through 37 points. But that first half, I mean, we've beaten teams that we should beat. We've beaten the teams that we should beat, but the teams that are supposed to be a challenge, like the Heat, I don't know how. I understand how they could still come into our house and handle us like that. It was a good defensive game on both our parts, but other than Jimmy, Bam, and they don't have their big three. They had two injured guys. They had Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero were out, and we were still kind of like it was pretty much head to head. I mean, they had the edge a little bit, but if it wasn't for them gassing out in that last quarter, I don't know, we would have won it. They just couldn't do it anymore. They weren't deep enough. It just showed how their lack of depth at the end caught up with them, and we were able to pull it out our ass. You know, but we should have handled them handedly. You know, we just having these bad third quarters, but we should handle these teams. We should, you know. But we're playing with the Minnesotas and the Miamis. Now we're playing the higher tier teams. You know what I mean? We played the lower tier teams. Now we're going up. Now we got to beat those really higher tier teams. You know, and it goes to show that we still got a little bit of work to do. Minnesota. I mean, granted that they still handle it. They still handled us in their house, and then but that Miami had to come into. I mean, it was good that we took care of business at home, but that they came in and were still able to handle us up until the third quarter. You know, it's kind of something.
I agree on that. I mean, the third quarter we came in, we were definitely slow to react on the third, as you said on there. That Miami came in. They're an experienced team. I never put it past anybody. When we played Minnesota's, you were talking about Minnesota's on a roll. They're playing great. They were rested, well rested, and we were on a back-to-back. So there's other key factors in it. I mean, it's NBA, so it was a tough loss at that point. But against Miami's experience. They've been to the Eastern Conference Finals, I want to say 3 times in the last 5 years, or almost 4 times in the last 5. So they got experience. They got their system set for them. Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson are offensive, and they can stretch the floor. But I think the key for us, which was Robinson not being in the game. They got Robinson in foul trouble early. We had low rebounds. He's our main rebounder on there, so that kind of took us out of the game. Bam has been playing very good. So that was a good matchup. I think it was good overall. I mean, the Heat is the top team. They've been very experienced, so I didn't think it was a big deal out there.
Bro, I think I agree with Mike. Randall was playing a little bit out of pocket. He was really not in sync with the team. Even though he did do a lot of the other stuff that needs to be done, but offensively, he should have been a lot better. Could we get a read on the numbers?
Going at it right now while you talking about that. Give me a second.
So yeah, I think Bam was outdoing Randall. I think Butler was outdoing whoever was guarding him, which was Grimes, between Grimes and RJ.
I mean, I hear some of that on there, but let's go over some of the scores. So Jimmy Butler played 36 minutes. I need every single minute from Jimmy. He played 36 minutes. He was 7 of 14 from the field goal, 50%. He was 3 of 5 from the 3-pointer, 60%. So he did really good. He was 6 for 6 from the free throw, with 23 points, 1 steal, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. So he did pretty good. Bam Adebayo, who had played 34 minutes. Again, they needed all of that. He played 21. He had 21 points, 2 steals, 2 assists. He had 12 rebounds, so he was balling. He played very well. Kyle Lowry had 10 points, 2 steals, 2 assists, 8 rebounds. Those 8 rebounds were crazy. And then Josh Richardson, who was Guarding, he was guarding Brunson, taller defender, lanky. He's about 6'5", 6'6", so he's taller cat. 15 points for him, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. That's good for them. And then Randall. So Randall played 35 minutes. He was 5 of 12, which 41% from the field. So 5 of 12 isn't terrible. Normally Randall's 27, 28 shots up that he's putting in a game. He only took 12 shots, which is something good to say. So whether he's not into it, not feeling it, or whatever it was, he got 13 points. He had no blocks. He did have 6 turnovers, but he had 7 assists and 8 rebounds. So didn't take many shots, and he was 1 for 4 from 3-pointers. Still struggling. He was 2 for 2 from the free throw. Mitchell Robinson, 5 points is still concerning to me that he can't get to 10 points, that we can't find him enough. One of those was from Randall, so he's only got 5 points, 2 steals, 7 rebounds, and only 3 of them were offensive. So low game for Mitch. They took him out the game. I think that was a big X factor for us that slowed down. Jalen Brunson been hit his career average for the season. He was at 24 points, 3 assists. There was a couple of times I saw he could have found Mitch and then go there, and then 3 rebounds. Grimes, 3 points, 1 steal, 2 assists. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. And then Isaiah Hartenstein, another tough game, 2 points. He was definitely contributing, 1 block, 2 steals. So those are the non-factors, and 5 rebounds. So he did good. Even though he didn't have a lot of points. Josh Hart, 10 points. Emmanuel Quickly, behind your slogan right there, the machete. Quickly had a good game. Quickly was our starter fluid. Quickly was the spark plug with 20 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. So the third quarter was tough. Go ahead.
I'm gonna agree with a lot of the sentiments out there in the podcast world. It was Brunson and Quickly that saved the game, came in and ignited it on that fourth quarter. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. My bad.
We're talking about Randall, or you're gonna talk about Randall on there? What people are thinking about Randall, or
No, I like the way RJ locked Jimmy down. That's what I was gonna say. RJ did hold Jimmy down in that fourth quarter and neutralized them. And like I said, with RJ doing his task on Butler, I think really opened up the doors for IQ and Brunson to finish it off.
Yeah, I think Phil's right. I'm sorry though, but yeah, everybody's talking about how RJ's the second coming of Jimmy Butler. It was ideal to put him on Butler. I mean, he's the only one who's probably physically strong enough and fast enough to deal with Butler. Putting Grimes, all you can say, still hit that big 3 at the end that put us ahead or tied it up at the end at the half. I think he put us up with that big a shot ending 3 at the half. That was good. It was a nice pass from Randall, and it was a big shot that put us ahead right there and probably motivated us going into the break. That was big from Grimes. I hear where he's coming from. He'll get his. He'll come through. I got faith. Just like my boy right here. Just like I have faith in my boy right here. I got faith in my man Grimes. He's gonna come through. So I ain't worried about him too much. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, like Phil was right. Putting Grimes, putting RJ on Barrett, tied Barry's hands up on tied Jimmy's hands
Butler.
Up a lot.
You mean on Butler?
Yeah, RJ on Butler tied his hands up a lot. That was good. Having a good defensive ward on the wolf over there.
And also Tibbs' call to pull out the starters and let as my brother quoted it on the chat today, the mash out posse. You know what I mean? We got the mash out posse. That's what that's what my brother quoted them. You know what I mean? So the mash out posse did what they had to do, came through and mashed it up.
So I mean, it's going to be a tough game. I mean, these are the games that It's still early, but out of all the teams, we had 4 back-to-back games already in the first 12 games, which is probably the highest in the East already. So we've had a lot of run-ins on there. What were some of your thoughts on Julius Randle, 2 shots, or RJ that you saw in the second half, or what caught your eye in the second half of this game?
I mean, Randall didn't play the best game, but he still played a good game. I'm still impressed with his defense. At least he's giving it an effort. And RJ, like you guys said, I was watching a stat where like he was guarding somebody and they went like 2 for 11. I believe it might have been Butler. I'm not sure,
I think
but
so.
yeah, but I mean, it wasn't the prettiest of games, but what I liked about it was that not like in years past, when the third quarter of doom came, we would fake a comeback and then lose. This time we actually came back and won. So it's like the team is moving in the right direction, and we're not gonna always play that beautiful game, but these ugly games, if we could win these ugly games, that'll put us over the top, and then maybe that could nudge us into like a third seed in the East. I mean that's how I feel about it.
Okay. Now I like that, and I like the point you just stated out there. If we look at the games that we played maybe 3 games without Barrett, a couple of games without Grimes. Mitch has been in foul trouble for this game only for the most part. So we're figuring out ways to win, whether it's a main starter out, whether someone else is in trouble. We're always figuring something out and not quitting. What I love most about it, as you're saying, this first couple of games this season, is we're playing 48 minutes of basketball, which is what Tibbs is always preaching. So we're playing 48 minutes. We're playing as a unit, and we're fighting to the end. I mean, if we're looking at, I know most of Knicks Nation, we were looking at this game, ending of the third quarter, we're like, damn, we getting blown out. This is gonna be an L. This is embarrassing at the crib, the in-game tournament. And whether it was a fan or not, that Jalen Brunson said that fan said this is embarrassing to him. And that lit a fire in him. I don't care what it was, but we fall back, and I loved it. I love the fact that we fighting back. Go for it.
Also, I just want to give a quick shout out to Hartenstein because he had a huge block. It might have been out of bio that tried to dunk on him, and he blocked that. That was a huge play.
Hell yeah. And I want to give a shout out to Stephen A. Smith for exiting the building. I think him leaving definitely alleviated, yeah, I mean, the negative energy that was in the garden. So salute, a full brim salute to you, Stephen A. Yeah, I mean, because if it wasn't for you leaving, I don't think we would have won.
What was that full brim salute? Show me again.
Instead of Stephen A. Smith, it was Stephen Abandoned Ship. That boy took off.
Thinking that Smith had to leave.
Abandoned Ship.
Stephen A. Ship.
Abandoned Ship.
Stephen A. Shit.
Hey, that shows the real ones. We fall back. I loved it. IQ, yo, what more can you say? After this, there can be no argument. Whatever it is that we talked about, there can be no argument. He's got to get the bag, and he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. No matter what, whether someone gives him the bag, we're gonna match it and we keep him. I think he's the importance. I think he knows. He loves New York. He loves the vibe. He loves playing for the Garden. He gets up for the game. So even if he was starting somewhere else, it's not the Garden. It's not New York.
Hey, his NBA birth was in New York City. So he's
and it's not that fake Garden in Boston.
Yeah.
Nah. The most famous arena in the world, MSG.
That's right.
Win. So salute to that. Salute to him coming in. He was a fire starter. He came in and was dropping bombs. And it was right after that play you were talking about, 2 shots where Hartenstein. It was Highsmith. Highsmith was going for he was trying to go for Hartenstein would chase them down, which is unheard of. Normally they'll give up on the play. Hartenstein chased him down. He said, "You're not in here." He blocked it. IQ went for the run, and splash. But it was chucking them up. We made our comeback run. They couldn't stop it. Even after that big third quarter, our defense kicked in. We held it down, and iHeart held it down because Mitch Rob was in foul trouble. Mitch Rob, iHeart was in the game. He was getting rebounds. He was finding the players. He was getting them moving. It took the mash out posse to come out there, guns blazing and hustling and fighting. So Hart, good.
No, go ahead, finish your thought.
I'm saying Josh Hart too. Josh Hart had a couple of plays. He drove into the lane. He was pushing the pace, setting the tempo. The mash out posse is something else. They and even Mike Breen said it. They're playing with a different spirit, a different energy. Our starters had their heads down, and it took the other 15 players. We got other players on the team. They're like, nah, we ain't going out like that. I'm not going out like that. We ain't going out.
Yeah, RJ was 3 for was hit what is his numbers, man? His numbers were good, man. He was 3 for 3 for free throws. He hit 100%. He had 7 defensive rebounds, 1 assist. He turned the ball over 3 times, but RJ was in effect, son.
RJ had 23 points, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 2 rebounds. As Machete said, he was 6 for 6 from the free throw, which 2 shots has been calling forever. Hit your free throws.
He was 3 for 3. 3 for 3.
He was it 3 for 3?
Yeah.
Free throws.
I got I'm gonna get 3 for 3.
No, never mind. My bad. I was looking at Jimmy Butler. My bad. You were right. Sorry, wrong stat. RJ was 18 points.
Yo, you wrong for that, dog.
My bad. I was trying to look at all the teams. So 18 points for RJ. He was a positive 9. So Machete was right. 1 assist, 7 rebounds though. 7 rebounds for the guard. He was still 3 for 3. So still 100%. He was off from the 3-pointers. He 1 for 5, but he was 7 of 14. So he only took 14 shots. Yeah. Normally, him and Randall were in the 20s. You can see that they were trying to trap them and get the ball out of their hands.
Harnstein was a plus 18.
Yep.
Plus 18. Yeah. He had 1 block. He had 1 turnover. He had
How many assists? He had a couple good passes.
Yeah, he had 1 good assist they gave him credit for. He had 5 rebounds, 4 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive rebound. So he was good in that department. Those were let's see what else. I'm trying to scroll over.
Yeah, and as you talking about our bench, Manuel Quickly was plus 22. Josh Hart was plus 5.
Yeah.
Hartenstein was plus 18. And even RJ
DiVincenzo plus 7.
Yep. RJ was plus 9. And only negatives was Mitchell Robinson. He was in foul trouble. He was minus 17.
Yeah.
Those are numbers to look at. Even DiVincenzo had a couple good key plays. Like I said, even though the game was overall ugly, the collective team came together and won because they made the plays when they had to make them. And again, you got to tip your hat because sometimes you don't have it, but if you're able to win it, that's a good sign. That's the sign of a good team.
Next man up. That's how we do it. Next man up. If someone doesn't have the next person, you're saying, Machete?
No, yeah, the next person.
No, I was saying like it was definitely a dog fight, and we got some dogs to fight with. You know what I mean?
I'm looking at the negative. If we're looking at plus negative, so Quentin Grimes was a negative 20. Mitch Rob was a negative 17. Julius Randle was a negative 8, and Jalen Brunson was a negative 6. So but I did notice also the coach did make his adjustments and sit some of those players down. He didn't play him as much, or even towards the end, he didn't. He kind of was using Jalen Brunson. He was kind of using him, but he wasn't really using him. It was kind of like a decoy. He's so smart the way Jalen Brunson plays. He knows that when they're coming after him, that he shouldn't be the main character, so he passes the ball around. How many assists did he get, Jalen Brunson?
Not many. Yeah, 3.
Jalen Brunson got 3 assists. All right. I mean,
Julius how many assists in total did the team have that we have in total in the game?
We didn't have a lot. Total, we had 21.
21. And 7
Randall had a lot of turnovers, but he had he had 1 more assist than he had turnover. He had 6 turnovers, but he had 7 assists. So it's kind of canceled himself out. He did have 8 defensive rebounds. Randall, his game was kind of like wasn't what we wanted from him, considering, we want him to see him go hard, especially against, when he's playing his Texas dudes. Those guys from Texas. I think he goes I don't know. He doesn't go as hard as
listen. I forgot which show I was watching. I would like to remember to give props, but I overheard somebody saying that it was Tibbs' calculation to put in the second squad at the right time. Yeah, I mean to end it the way it did, because I agree with the person, because they said if Tibbs would have made that adjustment a little bit too early, I mean, I think it would have balanced out to where the fact Miami would have ended up taking the win. So it was like the timing of Tibbs's substitution, which was like maybe at like when the Heat was getting gassed out. I mean, that's when
at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth.
Yeah, that's where Tibbs, I mean, bring in Mash Out Posse, and they kept the foot on the pedal and kept it going. I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, Machete, do me a favor. Can you look up where the Knicks rank offensively and defensively?
Yeah, I was going to tell you. I was just, okay, I'll tell you right now. Hang on a second.
Look that up real quick. And the reason
but what style you going to use to determine that?
You could go to Basketball Reference if you want, or something that he's
going to. That's what I like to go to.
But what are they using? Are they using like the point differentials, or what are they using?
He's going to read up some. So they're going to look at how we are effectively offensive scoring, defensive in comparison to everyone else in the league. But he's going to break out some of the stats to go. And the reason I bring that up, and before we go forward, salute Keith Watkins, who's always in the building. We appreciate you always checking in.
Salute Keith.
From the ATL.
Full brim salute, baby.
ATL, you're
from Hotlanta. He's from Hotlanta.
From the ATL Hotlanta. We got Jay Blaze in the building on Smoke Sunday, ducking the smoke.
Bleezy, what up, Bleez?
Bleez is he's in the chat, but he ain't showing his face. We'll let it slide for now. He only gonna come when the Heat win, but we'll give him that. He's smack in the chat, but we'll go back to that. Salute just Knicks. We appreciate you checking in. Appreciate it. And then Jay Blaze has a question for us, that's why I'm asking Machete to look up the stats.
Question for the guys.
Question for you guys: will the Knicks ever have offensive or defensive systems? And we're gonna go with the answer. So we got, he's going to listen. Whatever you say, whether we have it or not, first of all, we beat you guys. That's number one. Let's call it out there.
Whether we have it or not, whatever we had, or didn't have.
I think he's on the sauce. How could you ask a question like if we have an offensive system? Like we've been iterating here all the time. We've been saying it. Like we're scoring 110 plus points, whatever the case is. Our defense, we should be the top 5 in the league. Yeah, I mean, so
in the NBA, Mr. Robinson.
I mean, well, what are we talking about here? I think he on that sauce, boy. Did Anika make him some of that Puerto Rican eggnog, the coquito? Did he have?
I think I think he has some leftover that it just fermented over the whole year. He had a little left, and he had the little leftovers. Like bam, it hit. He's still.
I thought 2 Shots was driving from Johnny's crib because his eyes look a little saucy. 2 Shots look a little saucy, boy. His eyes been holding on to that camera like.
Nah, I'm good, brother. I'm just I'm doing I'm on a 2-day fast right now, so it's been a little crazy.
So keeping that in his salute. Hey, stay strong with the fast. Keep doing your thing, brother. We got you.
Nice.
Appreciate you. And if you were watching the game, Blaze, if you heard the game, I want to say it was in the 3rd quarter or coming around the 4th quarter. Mike Breen and Doc Rivers was talking about how Thibodeau has changed, how he's adapted new offensive systems, how he's adapted to adjusting to the game for the youth, how he's changed to a rebounder when he was only defensive, and now his strategy has changed, and now how he's adapted to the new NBA. I mean, they even said it. We ain't have to say it, but if you listen to the game, I have to quote it and pull it out. But even Mike Breen, Doris Burke, and this Doc Rivers had given him props.
Dick Rivers.
They were giving him props on how he's adjusted.
Doc Rivers.
And he's developed and evolved his game. Even as a coach, you live and learn. We said it on this podcast.
Wait. Come back. Sorry, I was adjusting my AirPods and then muted you.
So Jay Blaze is questioning can Tibbs or will the Knicks have an offensive or defensive system? We already know they're defensive because we're one of the top 6 teams in the NBA, and I'm being Machete's looking up. I know for sure we're in the top 6.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. Look, okay, so we are 5th in the East.
And what?
We are 9-6, which gives us 5th in the East.
In
points, we are 109. We're 27th of 30 in points. We're at 109.5, which makes us 27th of 30. Opponents' points per game is 105.3, which makes us 2nd of 30. Our SRS is 4.51, which is 7th of 30. Our pace is 96, which is 29th of 30. What that means, that we're the lowest or the highest?
We're slowest in pace, where that means we're a high half court team, so we're one of the slowest in pace. So we're not a fast running gunning team.
We're an
we're one of the slowest. We're 29th out of 30, so we're like 2nd to last in pace.
Yeah, we're half court team.
Our offensive rating, we're 13th out of 30. We're right in the middle of the pack at 114th. 114 points per game, I guess, is offensive rating. Our defensive rating is 109.6, which makes us 6th. Our defensive rating is 6 out of 30. We're 6th. Our net rating is 4.4, which is 7 out of 30. We're 7th. And our expected win-loss is 10 of 5. We're 7th of 30.
So all that to say, Jay Blaze, is that we're to go. You're going to read another stat?
Yeah, preseason odds for championship were positive 5,000.
All right. So all that means is Jay Blaze, we definitely have an offensive system. We're top 7 in offensive system. And I'm sorry, top 13th, and then defensively we're top 7. So we're up there even. That's with RJ missing 3 games. That's with Grimes missing 2 games. That's with Mitch being out of game. Nobody completely healthy. So what were we saying?
He says IQ trash, MSG has rats, and heart to heart is trash. They still whipped your ass, boy.
It sounds like somebody's salty.
Yeah.
Salty. Hey,
I'm saying, like, if you say
with all the rats and trash and all that shit, how is it you guys didn't beat us?
I mean, if you see what IQ did on that game, and you call him trash, bro, you a hater. I mean, I can't say nothing else to it. You a hater.
Who other he could fuck with IQ, or Heart, or iHeart? Like, come on, man, stop it, bro, stop it.
Don't let him do it to you. Don't let him do it to you. He's looping you in.
He's gonna name up. What's that boy's name? Joaquin or whatever his name is.
Joaquin.
Is that his name?
Joe, you know they mispronounced this Joaquin.
From the Heat, the kid that was just playing.
Yeah, they were bragging on Buddy until Jalen Brunson put him in the blender.
Put the clamps on him, boy.
Anyway, so the Heat take it. Listen, if you guys are good, you'll beat Milwaukee on Tuesday, and then you'll even it out, and then we're ahead in the points in the conference tournament.
Hey, can I just interject for a second? I'm over here looking at the games played by our starters. Most of our starters have started all the games except for RJ, who's missed 5, and Quentin Grimes, who's missed 2. McBride has played 11. Fournier played that 1. DeQuan Jeffries has played 6. Do you realize Jericho Sims has played 7 games?
Yes.
Dylan Hunter's played 3, and Archie's played 5.
I would like to have seen Sims in the game. As soon as Mitch fouled out, I wish they would have came double down with Sims and let him get 2 fouls before they bring Harden.
He's getting some games in there. I mean, even they might be trash minutes, the garbage minutes at the end, but So far, you know, we've been healthy, thank goodness. Hope we stay healthy, and that's very important. That's key. I still think Randall isn't 100%. You know, he brings
He's
it.
still
He'll have his nights. I'd rather he had his night like he had the other night and we won than have it on a night where, you know, and then we lost. But at least we won that game. But I wish he would have came a little
he
bit harder. But
he
whatever,
was
it is
he
what it
was
is.
he
He'll
wasn't
make up for
mentally
it. He'll make up
frustrated.
for it later. I ain't
Yeah,
too
he
worried
wasn't.
about him.
I didn't see him mentally frustrated at his game. It just shit wasn't falling. You know what I mean? It
It's
was just
okay,
the
you know.
usual.
He turned the ball over,
Everybody.
you know. But at least the coach made his adjustment, sat his ass down, shut down what wasn't working. He shut that shit down, bro.
I
He
mean,
shut
he
it
did
down.
start.
That's the
He
most
did.
important thing. Coach
He
shut
did.
that shit down, bro. He ain't having
He
that.
he did start it off good. He ended up trying to find Mitch. Like you see, he's trying to play more of a passing game. You feel what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like he's being more passive now. So he's trying to find that. He's still trying to figure it out. You know, to grasp the whole 360.
yeah,
Check this out right now, basketballreference.com on X. They got right now, as of now, the 2023-24 NBA Eastern Conference playoff odds are in the Eastern Conference: Boston 100%, Philly 90%, Orlando at 96%, the Knicks at 90%, Milwaukee at 85%, Atlanta at 83%, Indiana at 74%, Miami at 55%. As per basketball reference.com, Miami has a 55% playoff chance right now. Brooklyn 46, Cleveland 34, Toronto 32, Chicago, Charlotte, Detroit, and Washington all have 0.
all that to say is that we're gonna get this. That we got that W. Love that we're doing good. I think we get into rhythm. Everybody
I
hasn't
mean,
been.
I look at this. Okay, if we look at it now, so the teams ahead of us would be in the East, rightfully so. The way the way our records are would be Orlando ahead of us, Philly ahead of them, and Boston ahead of everybody, 100%. Boston, Philly, Orlando, Knicks. Then Milwaukee behind us, Atlanta behind Milwaukee, and then Indiana behind Atlanta. Those would be the top 7 teams.
Let's get into today's game. We got that out the way. He got a body bag.
Let's go.
All right, so we need. He got. By the way, he lost to Brooklyn too. They just taking L's to all New York teams. So
Oh, dang.
That's what's up. Yeah.
They got body bag.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if he can get it together and maybe
Here's
beat.
to the Heat.
When was that? They lost today?
They lost. They had
Here's to Brooklyn crew.
Us. Then they had a back-to-back, which they didn't have to travel. So I don't want to hear no excuses. They're back. They literally in New York. They had a back-to-back with Brooklyn and got handled.
What happened to your trash ass bum sauce squad? Huh?
Yeah, let's see if y'all can. Let's see if y'all
That,
can do
that
it.
shit, that shit looking like dumpster juice over there. You're
Like bum sauce.
Straight bum
straight
sauce.
bum sauce.
Let's see if you guys can get your stuff together and beat Minnesota. I mean,
Yeah, just because y'all started off a little hot, bro, that don't mean nothing.
one of the
Their
easiest.
first back-to-back, and they're already snapping.
And let's go. So tonight we got in about 30, 40 minutes, we go playing against today, which is a home game at the Garden. At the Garden. Salute to New Knicks for the little picture in the background. The editor there, let him know. All right, we at the Garden versus. You see what it is. We got the Garden doing this thing. So we playing the Phoenix Suns today, and their projected starters are
Suns with an O.
we sunning them. That's what we do.
Suns with an O, you're Phoenix Suns. They little out here.
They got their full roster, or Bill is still out?
No, so the projected start is Kevin Durant, Eric Gordon, Yusuf Nurkic, Devin Booker, and Grayson Allen. So yes, Bradley Beal is out. Surprise, surprise, Captain Cripple. So he's out again. So Booker's playing, and so is Kevin Durant. So they probably gonna go off. Nurkic, that should be.
Sorry, come again. Sorry.
So KD starting, and he's averaging 31 points, 7 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. Eric Gordon, he's a veteran. He's been in the game a long time, so he's a little bit slower. So I think Brunson can do work and cook them ankles, but he's experienced, so he's good. 14 points per game, 2 rebounds for him, 3 assists on an average. Yusuf Nurkic is their center. He's at 9 rebounds and 4 assists, so he can pass. He's basically iHeart. He's like iHeart, so that should be pretty good for Mitch to dominate, stay out of foul trouble. You got Booker, who's averaging 29.6, 5 rebounds and 8.9 assists. So that's crazy. Almost 30 points and almost 9 assists a game. That's crazy. So he's going to be cooking. You could only hope to slow these dudes down. You're not going to stop them. If we can get Booker to 20, 22, keep him at that range, that's a win for us. Grayson Allen shouldn't be a problem. That's hopefully that's going to be RJ's matchup. So RJ should be taking these dudes. They little at the front.
Excuse me. Speaking of RJ, newsflash. As per Knicks news on X, Twitter X, top 10 NBA net ratings leader. Net ratings leader in the last 10 games, the minimum 10 games.
He's number one?
Who's number one? Who?
I'm asking you, is RJ number one? He's the leader, right?
Is that a question or is that a statement?
It's a question.
How much you want to bet on it?
No, I'm asking.
You're reading the stats, is he?
You're reading it.
We asking.
I was trying to do a fucking countdown. I was trying to do number 10 is Haywood Smith with 11.6. 9th is Anthony Edwards with 11.6. Derek White is 12.2 net rating. Robert Covington is 7th with 12.6. Number 6 is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 13.3 net rating. Number 5 is Goga Batadze, 13.7.
Bogdanovich.
No, Gota Batadze. I'm sorry if I'm massacring your name. Regardless, 4th is Gary Harris with 14.3. 3rd is Isaiah Joe with 14.9. 2 is Peyton Richards with 15.1. And number 1 is RJ Barrett, 15.3. NBA's net rating leader, RJ Barrett with 15.3. Yeah, that's what.
You know what it is. RJ.
Right. Good. Good info.
And RJ, he was playing good. You see, he was getting into rhythm when we were playing against Miami. He helped that drive he did that got us in the game and gave us a lead in the 4th quarter. He also was a big contributor. That was 2 shots, big thing. He wanted RJ to shoot free throws and finish. So what do you think? How's that been coming around for you? 2 shots, seeing him finish off the glass and his free throws. Talk to me.
I mean, what more can I say? He's playing himself into a position where the Knicks cannot trade him. He's playing himself into a spot where he is maybe option number 2 on a championship winning team. And if he keeps going the way he's going, I might have to switch up my stance on Donovan Mitchell coming here and maybe pivot towards somebody like OG Anunoby.
Oh, hey, go ahead. Give it to. Hold on. New Knicks, I need the do. News. Hold on.
Breaking news.
Hey,
breaking
trying to come in.
news.
Who's that?
Hold
Who's
on.
calling?
2 shots.
Hold on.
Who's that?
What? Pause.
Who's that?
Who's that? Let him in. You know who it is.
Oh. Wow, what are we talking about? Yo, Mike, are you an admin? Because I don't see what you see. Boy, that nigga smoking some real shit, boy. What you smoking?
Anyway, all right, so 2 shots. That was breaking for you, 2 shots. You were saying, first of all, I mean, people ain't catching it, but if you look back at our podcast of 2 shots and what he was saying and how he's been honest, and his feedback has been great. And what he was saying about RJ, what he had to do, apparently RJ is starting to slowly win him over because he's finishing at the rim as you've been calling for. He's hitting his free throws as you've been calling for. You said he needs to take the next step in order to be the man. And if what I heard was correct, maybe my headset's not working right, but you said we might not even need Donovan Mitchell. That he may be this guy. Carry on, sir. Maybe let me see if I can heard the rest of this curtain. Go on.
No, yeah, no, you there, you got it. So I mean, everybody knows I haven't always been the RJ supporter that everybody else has been. I've gone on this case mainly, like I said, the layups that he misses, the bunnies and the free throws and all that. It's all well documented. And for a while there, I was leaning towards shipping him out to get a shooting guard like a Donovan Mitchell that has been proven to be efficient and effective. But again, I could take it on the chin. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So, he's showing up, he's doing his thing. Like I said, maybe he is playing himself into a solid position where he could be one of the key cogs in a championship team. And maybe, like I said, maybe we can now pivot from a Donovan Mitchell and look at like somebody that has more size or whatever, can create off the dribble and maybe push RJ to his natural shooting guard position. Because I feel like at the small forward, I feel like he's a little bit overmatched. But that's my personal opinion. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but I feel like he does better at the shooting guard. So if you have a tandem of like Brunson, RJ, and OG, that gives you a ton of size. And when it comes to like the playoffs and all that good stuff, we all know that the size plays a huge role. Pause, no homo. And we need that. I mean, I feel like we need that to get over the hump. And I mean, like I said, I'm super proud of him, super happy. In my opinion, he is. If he keeps going the way he's going, he's positioning himself into being one of those pieces that you don't trade, that you don't, you know what I mean, that you don't just give up on. You build around it, and I'm super happy about it. Like, what more can I say?
Go ahead, you Knicks. I see you.
No, I think, hey, I commend two shots. Yeah, I mean, he's always at the free throw. Yeah, I mean, taking his two shots. Yeah, I mean, but RJ, I think he's definitely been taking our advice. A lot of our players don't have access to HGH and testosterone, so they got to do it the real natural way. I think RJ's been taking B12 IV drip shots, because between that and the summer, I think that knocked it knocked the. All right, because when he went into play with Zion, right, he was like highly scouted, but he took the back row the same way Wade did when LeBron came in. So I think, him going to do his summer routine with the FIBA and all of that shit, it knocked the rust loose. And he's not starting slow like he has in the past 3 years. He's been off to a great start. He's he's doing what he has to do. You can see all the hard work's been paying off.
Big time. And this
It's like, if I may, it's like the first 3 years, it's like he mastered one piece of the game. So like he mastered the three, then he mastered the defense, then he mastered now he's mastering the inside layups, and now we're seeing all of that come together, and it's like a beautiful thing to see. I'm just super happy, like I said.
Yeah, that's dope. Hey, props to you recognizing on there. As Machete Mig was giving out the stats, RJ is.
What was I gonna say? RJ Butler. When RJ was on Jimmy Butler was 0 points on 0 for 6 shooting, 0 assists. Butler scored 23 points on 7 for 8 shooting when matched up against non-RJ players in the Knicks last night.
I told you.
RJ's great when he's matched up against guys like Jimmy, Tatum, and Brown. Grimes' defense is overrated.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Hey.
Other than that shot last night, I'm starting to see what you're saying. Grimes and Nick Latino over there. But my point, no knock on Grimes. I love my man Grimes. I was giving him props earlier. He'll come around eventually, just like my boy back here, just my dude right here.
Listen, I just want to say, man, like
right now,
if I could defend Grimes real quick, because I feel like, again, you guys are like, I feel like you guys are attacking him, like, and you shouldn't, in my opinion, because progress is not always a straight line, and like if anybody taught us that was RJ, like I was losing hope on RJ because he was up and down, up and down. But now look at him putting it all together. So it's the same thing with Grimes. Grimes, like, he gave us 2 really good years. Even if he falters this year and isn't what he was before, progress is not linear. So like maybe on his 4th year, he's gonna take that leap or whatever it may be. I'm just saying, just be a little patient with him. Like he's in his 3rd year, bro. Like, I don't know.
Hey, so real quick, salute still Knicks fans. What's good, Knicks family? Salute to the chat. Salute Ruel. Meg, 2 shots on the new Knicks. Was good, fellas. Happy holidays. Let's go Knicks. Let's go with. Hey, salute still Knicks fans. If you guys ain't watching still Knicks fans, y'all dumbing. I don't know what you're doing. You need to go over to this channel right now. Pause us. Come back to it. Go back to this channel. Like, subscribe, comment on
Facts.
The man he's doing the damn thing. He's there on Saturdays. He's there on Mondays. I mean, what are you guys doing? So the homie is there. Go support the homie, still Knicks fans for life. That's our partner. We ride or die for the homie. Salute, support where everything's going through. Go put some, donate some love out there to the fan.
The biggest supporter of the TOF show, my man Ron. Salute to Ron. Salute to John. Still Knicks fan. Nothing but Knicks. You know what I mean? Everybody out there. You know what I mean? We greatly appreciate the love and support.
Now back to this Grimes thing. Now, first of all, let me be clear. I'm going to be clear. Look, I'm talking to you guys. People are misconstruing what I've said, and I'm not saying you, 2 shots. I'm not saying you. Just in general, people think there's criticism and then there's hate. There's 2 different things. You know what I'm saying? I look at it as a parent, almost to me. And I'm not saying I'm son of mine, the daddy, none of that, but Grimes was like 2 years old in '96. I don't even want to say how old I was then, but let's just say I was that age. Okay? These gray hairs only wisdom. Technically, I'm 21. Anyway, long story short. So I support that. I support, so to me, it's like a father figure. Like when you see your child, like, they can do better. You know they doing something that and it's like a little guidance. You know what I'm saying? And I think Grimes, as you were saying, growth is linear, right? As development is linear as well. I think he's doing very well. He's elite at 2. He's elite at the 2 defensively. And there's areas that he can improve. I think he's just rushing. I think he's rushing the game. He needs to let the game slow down and come to him. It's a difficult position he's in, having to defer to 3 other players and then find your rhythm at the same time. We got 3 ball-heavy offensive players that are clicking. They're all clicking right now. Brunson is clicking. Randall came off 2 All-Star, 2 All-NBA seasons, and now RJ's taking off. And then he's like, how can I find it with the 4 or 5 shots that I'm getting? I totally get that. I totally get it. My only thing with him is hitting the open shots. That's something you can do in practice. That's my only thing that I've been big or hard on him. Other shots, I get it. You're not going to get many touches. But again, this is the league. As Ross always said, this is the league. This is the league. If you're in the league, there's certain things that you got to do. I mean, this is what you get paid to do, and I support it. That's why I think the next step, or that people say we start chasing, as you said, I think we just need someone more experienced that can actually do the job a little bit better. In 2 or 3 years, I think Grimes is going to be, his ceiling is retarded. I think he's going to be in the 20s, also elite defensive. I think in about 2 years, he's going to be at what we expect him to be. But right now, as you said, I think in OG Anunoby or someone that's already been in the league with experience to take over that position. But if you look at any other videos I said, I think long term, later in the year, I think he's going to get his rhythm. I think he's going to figure out where he can get his shots. I think he's not going to defer to as much because you see Julius Randle's finding him. Julius Randle is always giving him the ball for the most part. So once he figures that out, which is going to take a little bit, there's different defenses playing on him, different things that he'll figure out. I think I've said it in multiple podcasts we've done that I think he's going to have a great year still. I think later on, once we're healthy, everybody gets a rhythm. I'll give it to about ending of January before he's really going to be clicking. But overall, if we're still going to be analyzing, my son come home with a D. I love him. I know he can get an A, but I got to talk to him about this D he got, right? You came home with the D. I got to talk to you about this. How can we get this grade you got better and improvement? And for him, it's just the catch and shoot. That's ideally what we got him for, a 3-and-D catch and shoot player. And it's his open shots that I've been critical on. I'm not critical on him as a player. I joke around calling him Frank Ntilikina or Grimes Ntilikina because basically he's defending and he's not hitting the shot. That's why I said it. It's a joke out there. We support him. I think he's going to do great, but that's what Frank Nitty was doing, basically. He was not hitting the shots. He was scared to take the shots, and he wasn't confident in what he was doing. When you see him in the offseason, he looked very confident. Doing coach with Penny, with JJ Redick. He looked confident in that. So we just need that confidence and let the game slow down a little. 2 or 3 years, think he's going to be balling, but he needs to hit these shots in order for us to be at the 50-plus wins, as a lot of people are projected, for us to win 50 games, for us to beat these Miami Heat, because his shot is what we need. We need someone to space the floor. Everything that happened in Miami Heat was with double team on Randle. That's why he has 6 turnovers, because they were double teaming on him. Who was the man that was double teaming him? It was Grimes' player. And if he hits a shot, they can't double Randle. So that's a point that he needs to be efficient, not elite yet, but he has to be efficient on the shots that he's making. That's it. That's where the criticism comes. It's just fair judgment. We love all our players, and it's just for the better. He just has to be better at his open shots. That's what I was talking about. I think Machete's starting to see it, and we're not downing him. We're not wanting to trade him or none of that. It's just hit your shots. That's it.
Okay.
That's all.
I can get behind that.
That's all. You Knicks, you look smoky, saucy, and all at the same time.
Nah. Shout outs to the 2 ladies. You know what I mean?
Okay. So he's definitely doing.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I had some bait on the line.
All right, so he's doing his thing out there. So Saucy's coming. We got a couple of minutes for this game. Let me just go through some of the stuff real quick as we're talking about the Phoenix Suns. Our projected starters are Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, R.J. Barrett, and Quentin Grimes. This is a game where Quentin Grimes can do something really big. This is a game where I think he can play a role. I think him and R.J. are going to be good X factors here. It's going to be tough, though. Grimes is going up against he's going up against Booker, and so is R.J. So it's going to be a tough matchup for them. If he has Grayson on him,
why are we talking about the Suns? We're projecting.
We're talking about the Suns, but we play them in 20 minutes.
Are we playing the Suns? Oh, right. Okay, I'm looking at the Charlotte. We play Charlotte Tuesday. I got ahead of myself. My bad.
That's what happens when smoking Sunday. When there's a lot of smoke in the air, sometimes we forget.
Yeah, but it's Modelo Mondays. Modelo for Monday.
We're going to work on that. But right now, that's what we're playing in 20 minutes. That's all we're trying to get through it here. So that's what we're playing. Grimes, I want Grimes with 10 points, Grimes. 3 3-pointers, and maybe get to the lane and hit 1 free throw. 10 points is all I'm asking. If you can get 10 today, I'm super proud of you. I think him and RJ, as Machete you were talking about, RJ going against all these top players. He's going against Booker. So it's going to be a big game. Can he show up? Can he get to 20 points today against Booker? Can they cancel each other out? It's going to be a tough matchup. So that's going to be big. Bradley Beal is out. Thank God we didn't get that deal. I know 2 Shots kind of liked it out there, but I knew he was going to be handy manny and missing out. So it's going to be a tough game, but I think it's winnable for us. They got a couple of key players out. Bradley Beal's not going to be. It's gonna be tough, but I think we can. This will be a game that we should be close to winning on this. So it's gonna be a very tough game. I would like to body bag KD Cupcake. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Cupcake, so hopefully he's good. He's gonna do what he does. He's up there.
Is he playing tonight? I thought he was gonna play tonight.
It says a game time decision, but come on, it's KD.
The Suns, they are 25th with 97.3 points at 25th out of 30 in pace.
Yep. They're 10 and 6.
Their defensive rating with 114 with 114.2 points. They're 18th out of 30 defensive rating. Their offensive rating with 118.1. Their offensive rating makes them 7th in the league, 7th out of 30. They're 9th out of 30 right now in the NBA. And the SRS is 0.72, which makes them 17th out of 30. Points per game, they're 117.2, so they're 7th out of 30. Offensive opponents' points per game is 113th, which makes them 17th out of 30.
So I mean, everybody's struggling. They're 10 and 6.
Like in the middle.
We're 9 and 6, so they're close. Their bench players, as you were talking about, 2 shots. They have Yuta Watanabe, who played with KD in Brooklyn. He's the Japanese player who's lights out from 3. So he's good. They got Damian Lee, which is the in-law of Stephen Curry.
Okay.
I think he's married to Stephen Curry's sister, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's an in-law somewhere.
But he's on injury report.
Yeah. So he's out. And then they got Drew Eubanks, who's a center. He's a game
also
time
injury. Also on injury report.
Game time decision. KD is a game time decision, but again, this plays against
all their players that are supposed to be good on 2 shots.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I just got an update. KD is out tonight.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So all their players that are supposed to be good, that's supposed to play tonight, Bradley Beal out. Kevin Durant out. Drew Eubanks out. Damian Lee out. Yuta Watanabe out. So they're not playing with any of the top 5 starters.
So we should be a win then.
Dub. Sounds like a dub.
If they're smart, maybe they rest.
We'll see. They play us hard. Booker plays us hard. I think they've beaten us. The majority of the games here at home, they've beaten us. I don't think we've beaten them yet.
No, but this is the first time. Let's be clear. We beat them last year, but last year that was when they had Ayton and the other squad and Chris Paul. We beat them once. They beat us once. This is the first time we face each other with our squad that we got and their new squad, even though they're missing a lot of players. So still, we've yet to play them. This is the first time we meet them this year at all. So hopefully we play them sometime later on in the year where they're fully loaded. I don't want no excuses. I want to beat them fully fast. Well, it's going to be a great game today. We're looking for a W. This could be the game to set us on a roll. Right now we're 6 of 8. I think we're 6 of 8, so we won 6 out of 8 games. So we've been rolling. And let's see if we can get a streak going here.
Message to JB. Yeah, I mean, Captain Clutch. Yeah, I mean, Captain Caveman, as Mike calls him.
They're third in the West. Phoenix 3rd in the West.
Yeah.
As they should. I mean, they're all in. There's no reason. I mean, they paid all these players. They're literally.
So they're 3rd in the West. So the first number 1 in the West would be the Timberwolves, right?
Yep.
So we played them hard. All right, we played them in their house. We played them hard. So number 2 would probably be then the Nuggets, right?
Should be.
Number 3 is Phoenix.
Like I was saying, since none of the starters are really playing, yeah, I mean, it should be an easy dub. I want JB to have at least 10 assists at minimum, and I would like to see Lobway live. Yeah, I mean, it should be no excuse for Mitch not to be abusing, you know what I mean, the middle. Pause.
So this could be a game. This could be a redemption game for Mitchell Robinson. Yusuf Nurkic is no slip. He's very good. He can spread the floor. He's a 3-point shooting center. So he's good. But I think Mitch can dominate the paint. I would like to see one of the little crossovers that Mitch did last time, and put him in the blender and give him the sauce. Cook him out there. So he should be dominating. Yusuf Nurkic is no match against. He does get rebounds. He gets 9 a game, so he's rebound.
They've won 8 of their last 10 games.
Yeah, I mean, they should. They're the favorites to win all of it. You got the top players all the way around. Eric Gordon is going to be their Achilles. He's a great veteran, but he's about 32, 33 years old. He's an elder statement. So RJ got to go to work on that. Grimes got to go to work on that. So this is where Grimes needs to be able to take the matchup and dominate. So if he has either Eric Gordon on him or Grayson, they're understaffed. So this should be a game where Grimes should be able to have a productive game to start getting into rhythm. So I got us with a W. It's going to be tough. So
what was he saying that the Suns face off against the Knicks? Against the 5th place Knicks, 9-6, the New York Knicks on Sunday afternoon in the Garden after their in-season tournament win versus the Grizzlies on Friday. They beat them 110-89. Most people look at this margin of victory as just a blowout, but it was not nearly the most important part of the outcome of the game. For this win, the Suns gave this one gave the Suns the exact amount of points to automatically push them forward into the next round of the debut in season tournament. Capped off with this difficult Devin Booker 3 home to seal the win at the end of the game. Simply put, Book continues to prove his capabilities of showing up at big moments whenever he realizes it or not. So we gotta fucking cover his ass.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough.
Who's got him?
Overall,
we gotta put Raw J on his ass.
It's gonna be a good game. I think we're gonna step up to the plate. I think Captain Clutch is gonna right off the bat. It's going to be him versus Booker of being aggressive off the beginning. And I think RJ is going to be in a rhythm. There's nobody that I see here that can handle Randall. Randall should have a game out today. Randall should be bully. The silverback gorilla is going to be coming out today. There's nobody who can really dominate that paint. Go ahead, 2 shots.
I want Randall to piggyback off of you. I want Randall to be decisive. I need him to take 1-2 dribbles and shoot, 1-2 dribbles layup, 1-2 dribble pass. I can't have this indecisive Randall. I need him to be on point. Like I'm starting to see like he's being too passive. I need him to be the MB, the Randall of last year. That's the Randall we need. So I need him to start taking over. Like don't be this like, oh, I want to get everybody involved. Don't be this LeBron James point forward, whatever you want to call it. I need him to go. I need him to score. That's it.
I hear you, and I agree with you on that. And I think the people aren't seeing this is a different team where there's more weapons for him for the most part. And I think he didn't come into game shape because he missed over a month and a half. His ankle is healing. He's just starting to get confident on it. And now he's going to get into game shape of where he can play. So I think he's, as he said in Podcast P, he's looking at what he can do to get better and involve other players. And I think that's only going to help him get into rhythm once our other players have that confidence and are rolling. Because if he can get Grimes to hit these shots and Grimes starts knocking these shots down, that's going to take the double team off Randall. And as we spoke about before, that's what they keep doing. They double Randall. Only player I've known that they double him from the first quarter to the fourth quarter to the playoffs to the finals. So that's why we need Grimes to hit these shots to get them off of Randall so he can be the silverback gorilla he says his favorite animal is, so he can play. So he's trying to get the pass in everybody first so that way they can, spread the defense out because they're still doubling. So let's look at double teams today. Let's see how many if they double team them off the bat and how that goes.
So just for the record,
Randall's been double teamed. Randall's been double teamed for like forever now. So it's like he already know. He should know how to handle it.
Well, I mean that's gonna be the ops first initiative is always to double team. Yo, my nigga, Relax.
He's full, yeah.
Like options, first option is gonna be like to double down on Randall, double down on Brunson. That's gonna be, they're gonna be on the scouting reports off top. You know what I mean? And a lot of teams are applying that double team pressure. And we just gotta be, the rest of the squad just gotta be ready to, either make the move or make the pass.
They're saying that this injury does not appear to be too serious, as Durant is most likely to use combination of the discomfort, experience, and the fact that he has not taken a game off. He has not taken a game off all this season to not suit up against the Grizzlies. Therefore, it will be important to monitor his status leading off the tip. He's got a sore foot. Durant has been on an absolute tear this season, averaging 31.4 points, 7 rebounds, and 5.5 assists on an insane 55.3. He's been 53, 52, 89.
Listen,
53, 52, 89. Shooting splits. So we're lucky that he's injured, or we're gonna see if he's not gonna play on his sore foot because he was suited up for the Grizzlies game. But as far as the gambling aspect of it, I'm not into the gambling numbers, but the spread, Phoenix. The spread is going to be Phoenix positive 5.5 over a negative 112. New York is a negative 5.5 over a negative 108. The money line for Phoenix is a plus 170. The money line for the Knicks is a negative 205. The over is going to be 219 versus 105, negative 105, and the under is going to be 219 with a negative 115, whatever those fucking numbers mean.
Let's try to get some gambling. I'll bet whatever 360 people to give us some sponsorship.
Well, I mean that's really supposed to be that's really supposed to be money line Mel's.
That was for Melly Mel. Right there.
Well, we'll see.
Listen, he could come on the show one day and give us the breakdown.
I have no idea what you just said at all.
I know.
So we win a championship, he'll show up. That's when he'll come on the show. We support. We hopefully comes on soon. We'll see. In the meantime, listen, we got last 5 minutes before the game starts. Machete, your thoughts on the game? Final thoughts.
Well, we got 4 players averaging double figures, and we're scoring incredibly. We got Brunson at 24 points per game. We got Barrett at 20.5 points per game. We got All-Star Julius Randle at 19 points per game. We got Quickly at 15.7 points per game. Quickly is a major part, and let's go beating the fucking Heat. Quick, the Ice Cube. Let's go show them out. We're gonna play these cats at home. Let's go. We owe them some. We owe them from the last time. We still owe them from a couple of years ago. We gotta get them these suckers back. So we're just gonna see what's up. Booker's gonna try to bring it. We're gonna scoop Booker right the fuck out of the Garden. Fuck that shit. They ain't coming in here. They ain't trying none of that shit. I don't care who it is. Let's go, Knicks.
Okay. I'm feeling the energy there. 2 shots. What's your final thoughts on today's game versus the Phoenix Suns at the Garden?
All right. So real quick, my keys to the game. Randall, get off early, quickly, be decisive, make it happen. RJ, do what you got to do. Keep improving. Keep the same pace. JB, just do what you do. You know what I'm saying? And all that to say on defense, I want everybody to lock down everybody else and let Booker go off. He can score 60. I don't care. As long as they lose, I'm a happy man. Let's go. Let's go, Knicks.
I love that. New Knicks, your thoughts today on the New York Knickerbockers versus the Phoenix Bums?
You know what it is? You know what I mean? Suns with an O. We sunning them. Mash Out Posse is coming out tonight. You know what I mean? Everybody, it's time to ante up. You know what I mean? Jack them fools. And we're going to do what we do. We're coming back with a dub. I need to see Mitch with at least 12 points. Like, I need to see some offense from Mitch. So that means JB, RJ, IQ, everybody got to find Mitch. Mitch has been working too hard to not be receiving love. So, you know what I mean? Put my man on the front of the burner, you heard? Take him off the back burner and reward him.
Appreciate that. Reward the big man. Reward the big man. I appreciate that. I love that. Big game today. I know Two Shots said let Booker score 60. I don't want nobody scoring no records in the Garden no more. I want
Hell no.
I want
Hell no.
Grayson Allen. I want Gordon.
Protect the home front.
I want Booker
Oh,
with
yeah,
10
yeah, yeah.
points.
Watch out for Grayson Allen. That dude is dirty too.
Whoever the bum is on that team, let that dude win. I don't want nobody. I don't want Booker with no confidence. I don't want him to do nothing. I want him locked down. I want everybody to get 6 fouls, chopping them up. Get them.
Yeah, I think we should double team Booker and just apply the pressure early. Apply the pressure early. Randall got to go off early. Let's get this done. Let's go. It's lit. It's time. It's time.
It's time. Hey, y'all know what it is. We trying to get this W. Full brim salute, according to the new
full brim salute.
Salute. We appreciate everybody in the panel. Salute Two Shots Pronto, the new Knicks, Machetazo, everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all. Even Jay Blaze in Miami. It's all right. We know you're feeling the pain. Let's go, Knicks. We getting this W. We'll be back at it again every Fridays, 5 p.m. Sundays around this time, 5 p.m.
Smoking Sundays, Sundays. You catch us here live. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that joined us. You heard? We appreciate it.
Shout out to the replay gang.
I know you gave a thumbs up, comment, something. Hey, pass out.
Share that.
To tell
we need to get to 2,000 subscribers. We need 2,000 subscribers yesterday.
Hey, let's go. We get a 10K subscribers. I might shave my beard.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nah.
Salute. Hey, let's go. You heard? You heard?